Great, thank you. Thanks for having me here. Yeah, my name is Tim, and please, if you talk to me, yeah, please just use Tim. Tim Martin is for my parents, especially when I did something wrong. So for today, yeah. Um, yeah, as you see, I have a nice job title. It's a senior library service engineer. Basically, I'm librarian with a technical background, and yeah, as a librarian, I talk about our, or say, the library service platform we support, the open source library service platform. And yeah, I also thought up front what to present. So I thought, well, it might be a bit too generic, but I like to be generic. So maybe at least I give you an overview about a few activities, maybe some information around Folio and the library service platform. And yeah, what we see really is a momentum at the moment. So we celebrate now more than 300 libraries and growing that have decided for Folio by EBSCO. So I'm talking about a open source project, but we use this also to connect this to our ecosystem. So sure, other institutions, other libraries can use it, or consortia we know use it, develop, or especially also in the US, there are institutions. One of the biggest, I would say, flagships we talked about, you may know, is the Library of Congress. That's live with Folio and the modules we add. So when I talk about Folio, it means Folio by EBSCO. And I will show you a bit about the ecosystem and how this then all connects. So sure, I made a nice graph over here and put on some product names. So we have woven this open source product into what we think really is a good and really well is a fit to this platform. So if you think about Folio itself, it's a library service platform that normally is not connected with an OPAC in the very beginning. If you download, it's a managing platform, but is API first, so you can connect all kind of different systems then. And for this, as a natural fit, sure, you have a discovery system like ours, the EBSCO Discovery Service, but it's also connected with our knowledge base, which is a fit into Folio, and is then for sure feeding, linking structure, filter options, and so on. But yeah, the interesting part also when it comes to library service platforms is how to understand what happens in the system. So we have another tool that's called Panorama that shows you analytics and allows you to understand your data. And yeah, today I'm here and probably there are lots of publishers over here in this room. What's in for you? I said it's growing. It's probably the system where you get maybe sometimes more questions, and also about how to manage, how to structure this and have this integrated in, for example, the e-resource management part. So I've just named some areas now. One, I think, quite also important tool to access all this is Open Essence. It's not the main topic today, but that's offering really seamless single sign-on access to whatever the library provides. If it's the library system, if it's the vendor platform, or if it's the learning management system. So going through the products, as I said, it's our offer with Folio. And it's designed to integrate with all and everything. It's API first, that's what I mentioned, and is really built to be in the center and to connect other systems as said. I'm not talking a lot about AI today, but EBSCO is also very active in that respect. And that's something you see when using the discovery service. Say something like natural language search is there to help students, researchers, for example, or what we called AI insights is to generate small summaries of specific metadata available. And there's lots of stuff that can help students. And we'll now soon introduce something like chat with a document as well. So very interesting stuff. This sits on top. It consumes what's part then of Folio and is a very important starting point. And then, as I said, I talked about Panorama. Folio comes with an API to consume statistics or say data and what happens in the database. But Panorama really built nice graphics around and allows libraries to, with a click then to create important insights and dashboards. Yeah, I just had to talk about, I believe, half an hour ago about the link resolver. Still something, I would say it's working in the back and it's still valid. Sure, you quite often do not notice, it takes you directly to the full text, but it's still something that's important over here. It builds on the knowledge base. And when I talk about knowledge base and also about discovery, we are quite active also in using linked data, building a knowledge graph and enriching a lot. For example, using OpenAlex within our index to create citation discovery, which is, I think, something quite interesting and built on that. I briefly mentioned in standard there's no OPAC, but EBSCO decided to create for Folio specifically an OPAC environment. I believe quite important maybe for public libraries as well, but it can also be the search environment locally at the library. So that's sitting on top of Folio and it's not integrating then the publisher full text content, but it's basically the standard or quite often the print stuff you want to show. Yeah, and talking about linked data, our main tool working there, it's called Bibliograph, where we also then create based on MARC records, for example, integrations. And that's also important when it comes to Folio, which is built in a way that it can provide the say new format, the linked data structure we can find. And if you search in Folio, we have this structure of instance holding and items represented. And this is a way also to get the data in, to process the data, to analyze the data, and to connect it in a proper way. And as I said, OpenEssence, I talk about the management platform, but think about students, that's something we notice is quite popular and helpful when it comes to library services, is the seamless access to all content, whatever available. And it helps a lot. We noticed during the pandemic, distance learning institutions, but more and more it's seen really as a wrapper for also other systems to have really one single sign-on, a true single sign-on in all and everything. Yeah, why EBSCO, or say why EBSCO Folio? In a way, we provide the solution for all institutions, the service for it. So talking about the Library of Congress, which is huge, we sell our, say, ecosystem and EBSCO via Folio as well to institutions where there are just one or two librarians working. So, and they do not need to develop or configure. It's really a service. And especially, I've mentioned change management. We help during the implementation to go to every step of this transition to help understand and get the data proper in there, and also the workflows that are needed. Then hosting, you can see we use Amazon Web Services, and yeah, that's really guaranteeing uptime, having it smoothly then working. And when it comes to this as well, we have a support that answers then after implementation every question. I also quite often then consult them. I said if there are specific questions, say every 2 weeks we have the meeting for that. And yeah, integration, maintenance, said, well, Folio is built the way that you can have other tools in there, other tools integrated, other discovery systems, for example. But we use really the fact that it's all open or open APIs to have it connected to, say, our ecosystem and our products. And important to mention, a part of the implementation is a training, but we've built also a nice training library with short videos helping librarians to manage and work with the system. A brief look to the roadmap. Well, I will not list features, but at least maybe you noticed and know already, we are into flowers. And I just wonder what comes after T or what comes after Z. I'm not sure if we start again with A. But here you can see the releases to date. And if I look back, I believe the first library live with Folio by EBSCO was in Sweden, the Chalmers University over there. So that was the very beginning, the first flower there on the list. And you can see we have about 70 features. And as this is an open source project, EBSCO is in the council, supports this, but also in this council, as I said, you have single libraries, universities, other stakeholders, companies as well, and consortia helping and shape this for the market. And here we see really lots of progress. So current release is Sunflower, and with August, we will come to Trillion. So that's, as I said, 2 named releases a year. And I just can say it, as I said, the commitment to open source within the platform. So we contribute, we have developers for this open source project available. We really have active participation then in this Open Library Foundation. And we have other open source partnerships, so where we then also support libraries, for example, then to integrate, also with Koha, not talking about Folio, or Evergreen as another example, but also when it comes to Folio, as an alternative, we may see Blacklight and UFind. So here just a short sentence on that. I'll just leave it there. So we are powerful advocates for open source and open access. I just mentioned, for example, that we use as well within our data OpenAlex, which provides a really interesting and good insight, good linking, good metadata. That is, I would say, a very good fit to what EBSCO provides already within their index. Yeah, now let's have a look. I think I was very quick on this, but hopefully on the point. So I'd like to say thank you. And yeah, there are no questions now.